Okay. Hey, I don't know if it's the same issue for me, but they can't hear you. Yeah.
Oh. Sorry guys, can you hear me now? Can everyone hear me now? Sorry, I was just talking to myself.
Yep.
Okay, well you can hear me now? Great. Okay. Okay, thank you, Ace. Sorry, I wasn't looking at the chat here. I'm trying to finish up. If I can't get this to work here in the next, like, or get this, my webcam in sync with everything else, I'll just say screw it. I'll be out of, my camera will be 60 seconds out of feed with everything else. Filters. And I think it's the 650. Why is it not? It's not letting me go in with everything else. Okay, I think it's only giving me a 500 millisecond delay for some. Oh, okay, that's close enough. Okay. So I am going to... Of course. So everyone, sorry for this. This was a horrible day to schedule it. So, a little stuff going on with me right now is for the last week, my family has been doing renovations on the kitchen. And as you can probably hear right now, we were supposed to be done yesterday. We are not. We are over. They had to extend it for over another week, and they weren't here the last 2 days. But they figured, you know what, they just decided randomly that they're going to come back today to start working again. And this was after I had already, this was, I think, on Thursday. I got this a couple days after I had already promised I'd do the live stream now. I was hoping I could just roll with it. But how bad is this, this drill? That's in other words. So chat, can you guys hear all of this background noise I have going on at the moment?
You can hear it, but...
Okay, it's not bad. Okay, I think my microphone does a good job at filtering most of that out. But... anyway, so let's get started. I'm going to go ahead and start the game here. So I guess you guys can go ahead and start typing any questions. So how this is going to work is I just have Ace here to join me. She's going to help me keep track of your questions, and I'll do my best to answer. If there's a lot, I'll try to keep them fairly short without rambling for too long. But I have a very poor attention span here. And bear with me, guys, because I've only played Zelda 2 for about 10 minutes. So I really don't know what I'm doing. I will die a lot. I'm not a streamer, so I'm not used to any of this as well, so please bear with me on that. Let's go with that.
Alright, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready.
Okay, first question.
Give me them questions.
Wait, what do I get for this?
What?
What do I get for this?
Oh, that's the question?
No, I'm not doing this for free. This is my question.
Oh. Friendship. You get friendship, Ace.
Mm-hmm.
Like you didn't have that
Alright.
before.
Joke aside. First question is, what was your first Zelda game and which one is your favorite? By Oblivious Overlord.
Ah, yes. So, Spirit Tracks was the first one I got when I was, I was probably like 9 years old, maybe 9 or 10, sometime in elementary school. Spirit Tracks has a lot of nostalgic value for me. It would probably be my favorite 2D Zelda game, but nowadays it was Skyward Sword or Twilight Princess that really got me into the series. I remember watching my friend play Twilight Princess over at his house when I was, I think, in the 7th or 8th grade. And I decided, like, you know what, that seems cool, I'm gonna try Zelda out on the Wii. And I kind of went on from there, so I got Skyward Sword. I loved the story, and I moved on to get Twilight Princess as well. How do I talk? How do I talk to these kids? Hello, child. How do I talk to people in this game? There we go. Okay, yeah, so I got Skyward Sword, and I really can't decide on whether Skyward Sword or Twilight Princess is my favorite, because I love them for different reasons. But yeah, I hope that answers it.
That was short enough.
Okay.
Next question. Is this a blind playthrough?
What?
Is this a blind playthrough?
Yes, this is a completely blind playthrough, because I have no idea what I'm doing. I have no idea how to kill. I don't know how to attack, kill people. Like, I'm trying not to die. I'm already like at half life, so I do know a little bit because like I said, I played 10 minutes. I know there's the healing ladies in the village, so I can go back there when I need life. But I'm not going to be good at this game.
So I don't know if you want me to mention these two, but donations. Link donated $2.
Oh, thank you, Link. I have never streamed before, so I didn't even really realize I had those enabled, because I think they just, as soon as I got enabled for monetization back in November, I think they came on by default, but I haven't touched them since I've never streamed before. But much appreciated. Thank you.
Okay, that random girl asks, what is your least favorite Zelda game?
Least favorite Zelda game? Ooh. I don't know how... So, disclaimer, I do love all Zelda games. I just want to throw that out there. It's kind of hard to pick what my least favorite 2D Zelda game is. I can't say Adventure Link. It does seem like an interesting game, but it does seem hard. And this is my first time technically playing it. But if I had to pick my least favorite 3D, I know this is going to trigger a lot of people, but Wind Waker. I do not have fun playing Wind Waker, which surprised me. I heard so many good things. A lot of my friends that got me into Zelda when I was in middle school, Wind Waker is like one of their favorite games. And so I had really high expectations for it, and maybe it is the fact that I first played it as a 19-year-old. Just the mechanics seemed kind of clunky to me. The dungeons, I didn't have as much fun in the dungeons. I don't know why, but yeah, Wind Waker is probably my least favorite. But the thing is, I love Phantom Hourglass and Spirit Tracks. Like, the humor in it is really charming to me, and I love how they continue Wind Waker's story. But I enjoy playing the DS games a lot, like Spirit Tracks and Phantom Hourglass, a lot more than I do Wind Waker. I have no idea what I'm doing here in this game. I need to go get healing. All I know.
Ready for the next one?
Yes, I am.
Okay, Connor's Cool Cartoons is asking. I know this is off topic, but do you like Avatar: The Last Airbender, and what is your favorite element?
Okay, I haven't watched the full show, and honestly, I watched a little bit of it when I think when I was like maybe 10, 11, I would go spend the night with my friend at my friend's house, and we would watch Avatar live on TV. But I haven't really been too conscious of the series. The Fire Nation seems like they're like almost like a cult, like some kind of cult or medieval style faction. But I think the water one seems really cool. Like I think the air one is pretty much almost extinct. That's why it's called the Last Airbender, right? Like, if I had to pick which one I'd like to be a part of, it'd probably be air. But I mean, like I said, I think that's extinct. So.
Wow, no one ever chooses air.
Really?
Yeah, because there's not a whole lot you can do with it. I mean, you can, but...
Okay, I will beg to differ with you on that, but we will have that conversation in private, because I need to put my words to... What is hitting me here? What? Okay, there's something I can't see there.
Maybe you need a torch.
Alright. I think I do. Or
Next one.
I think they said something about a candle in the village.
Samantha is asking, who is your favorite Link?
My favorite Link? I guess this kind of would go along with the favorite games. Skyward Sword. I would say Skyward Sword, because he's the most expressive one. Well, okay, I guess saying most expressive is very ambiguous, because, I mean, there's Wind Waker as well. I'm about to die. Well, there we go. But, yeah, Wind Waker, I love the cartoon faces. Like, that's probably one of my favorite things about that game, with the music.
Okay.
But Twilight Princess is cool, because I love how he's, like, Twilight Princess is probably the oldest Link. He's matured, has a job. Like, in Twilight Princess, he's a ranch hand. And I just like, he's living on his own too, kind of outside of the Ordon village. Like I said, I can't ever really choose anything between Skyward Sword and Twilight Princess.
Alright. You good?
Yeah, I'm good. Sorry, I'm just annoyed because I'm probably gonna die again here.
Okay, that's in your nature. Bielana, I hope I'm saying this right, is asking, will you get Skyward Sword HD?
Yes, I pre-ordered it. I was actually talking to you, Ace, right when that direct was happening, and
yep.
as soon as you said you were going to bed, I was like, okay, I'm going to order this game. and I did, so. I'm gonna die again, guys. I'm gonna die. I don't know what I'm doing. Apparently Ganon returns. Okay. And I lose all my XP. That's a sad thing.
It's also you're not playing on the original console, so.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, I don't know how I'd be. I never had an NES, so I am not used to I wouldn't be used to those controls either. I mean, I got my Pro Controller right here, guys, so... Like, this is what I'm used to playing on. All I've ever had is Nintendo consoles. I never had Xbox. I mean, I never really actually cared to have Xbox. If I had to pick one, I'd probably pick, like, another console. I'd probably go with the PS4. Almost just because I really want the Final Fantasy VII remake. That game looks so cool, but... Anyway... Anyways, actually I have a question. Can you guys hear just fine? Like, should I turn up like the I can turn up the game audio if it's too quiet for you all. I can also, I guess I can't turn up Ace anymore. Ace is already at 100%. She'll have to turn up her own mic. But is the audio, everything's fine with volume? Okay.
No one has said yet.
Okay. I'm just gonna keep on going then.
It's fine.
Oh, what is this thing that keeps hitting me? Like, can I hit it? Aha! I can't hit it. Daddy. Okay.
Hey, Link is asking how the basement is.
Link's asking what?
How is the basement, my friend?
So that's an inside joke. So I'm actually right now in Ace's basement. It's actually a... Dang it. Ace, stop distracting me here. So it's actually a pretty nice place, but I'm actually her hostage. I only started the YouTube channel to give her... Like, all my revenue actually secretly goes to Ace. I don't have a free will. Let's just put it that way. The basement's actually pretty chill though, dude. You should try it out sometime. Get locked in the basement.
Alright. Next one is by Sophie. And they're asking, why did you want to become a Zelda tuber?
That's a good question. So, main story is I never actually planned to become like a Zelda... Okay. I never really planned to become a Zelda tuber. It kind of just happened. I was at work with my new job last February. Well, just to help pay for my college. And a piece of heart. And I noticed, like, hey, I started getting into Zelda again because I saw my sister playing Twilight Princess. So I really started getting into Zelda. I bought my Switch, got Breath of the Wild, and as I was getting onto my Zelda rave again, I started listening to another Zelda podcast. That's the name of the podcast. And so I listened to that while at work, and I got really engaged with the hosts. I started interacting with them on like their Discord, sending them some just giving them some positive reviews. And so just listening to them gave me like all these ideas in my head on like because I'm a lore guru for pretty much any franchise, even if I don't know much about it. I love the lore. So I started just getting all these ideas in my head, and since most of my friends had like lived away from college, I needed someone to talk to, besides my sister, pretty much. So I just decided I kind of got the idea, like started thinking like maybe I could try YouTube, because I've considered doing it in the past, even though I have had a little bit of video editing experience before, but not much. But overall, I got with my buddy John, who was my friend who got me into Zelda way back in the day. Because he is he knows a whole lot about Zelda. But he just couldn't keep up with helping out with the channel, so he didn't stay on for very long. If you guys have watched the second video that this channel has ever published, it was I think a Majora's Mask synopsis is what we called it. But yeah, he did the voiceover entirely for that and did the script writing. I just did the editing on that. And it kind of just rolled off from there. I didn't know if I was going to be able to continue it going through college, but I mean, I started having a lot of fun with it, and due to COVID, I just decided to do community college last fall because I did not want to do online engineering, and I wanted to save as much money as I could until things could get back to normal. But we all know how that went. I kept it up while doing community college, and those classes were quite a bit easier, so I was able to keep doing through that. And it's been difficult now that I just started back at my engineering program this semester, even though it's mostly online. It's been rough, but as you guys can probably seen, like my predictions on how long it takes me to edit a video is not always accurate. But I've done my best to keep up with it. I don't plan to quit either, because like now this is my primary source of my only source of income now, because I had to quit my main job just because after taking so much time off my basically it had been a year since I had taken any math classes or even gone to my college campus. I kind of had to relearn everything. I'm still technically not even caught up. But it was just really stressful, so I had to quit my main job so I could make sure I could at least understand what's going on in my classes, since I'm taking pretty much all advanced math and science. But yeah, I've done my best with that. So I'm kind of rambling at this point. I almost kind of forgot what the question was. It was just, why did I want to become a Zelda tuber?
Yep.
Yeah, okay, so that I think I kind of answered a little bit more than that, but that's how I've been doing with it. So it kind of just happened accidentally, and I've just been rolling with it since.
Nice.
Man, I love this palette. The palace music is probably one of the best Zelda themes. I don't know. I'm gonna turn this up real quick for you guys, but I don't know if I'm sure most people know this song, but this palace music is my jam. Anyway, I'll turn that down so it's not too loud. But okay. Anyways, okay, I'm done with that. Hey, I killed a Stalfos! I'm proud of myself. I probably shouldn't have come into this this palette or dungeon. Are they called palaces or dungeons? I know it's called the palace theme, but I probably shouldn't have come in here. I should have probably leveled up. Okay, got the key. Wait, can you down thrust? I think I've seen someone like do a down thrust in a gameplay thing before. Can't do that right now. Oni is giving hints to certain heart containers. I mean, I guess I'm not. This is one of the rare instances I'm going to be looking at the chat, but yeah, I guess if you want to, but Ace might have to just read everything out loud for me since, as you can see, I'm probably going to be dying a lot anyways.
I'm trying.
You're good. Is this really all I can do right now? Is just basic stabs, like up and down and jump? Oh, I should not be doing that. Why are there so many of these guys? And they don't even give me experience. I don't like it.
Apparently you get those abilities later on.
Ah, okay. Oh, crap. Dang it. Well, I guess I'm going back to the beginning, guys. This is 2 deaths? Or I guess 2 times I've had game overs? I think we need to keep count of how many game overs I get during this stream.
That's your second one?
Yeah, that's my second one. Oh wait, that's a fair. No, I don't need a fairy on full life. I just respawn. I need to level up. Ooh, is this is there stuff in here? No. I saw little bat demon thingies.
Let me read you the next question.
What?
Let me read you the next question.
Yeah, just let me know whenever you're ready.
Well, I'm trying to find, you know, little breaks in between when you're talking.
Oh. I'm ready whenever you are.
It's an easy one, it's an easy one.
Okay.
Carlos is asking, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good. I actually stayed up a little bit later than I should have, finishing up that video last night. I posted at 7 AM in Central, which is my time zone, which is kind of an odd time to post it, but I didn't want to post it, I wanted to post it before the live stream, just cause. But yeah, I think I was actually up till like 2 AM, because for some reason, I don't know what it was, but I think the plugin, I tried to use some kind of, basically a graphics upsampler or enhancer to make the details pop on a little bit more. Because if you've watched the most recent video about like Spirit Tracks, I used the sliding artwork from the Spirit Tracks loading screen, and that artwork I tried to just increase the resolution of it artificially in my editing software, but that takes a lot of computing power, and I didn't realize just putting on multiple different effects at once was basically giving my computer an aneurysm. Because my graphics card, it was powerful, but it is, I think, 5.5 years old now. I think it's only like a 970 Ti or something like that. So it's not, but I don't think it's anywhere near as powerful as today's the modern specs in gaming PCs. It was really good for when I got it, but here 5.5 years later, it's, I wasn't planning on doing this much video editing back then, so. But it's plenty powerful for all the games I play, which I don't play too many on my computer, but. I'm actually not even a hardcore gamer. I mainly just play Zelda and like Overwatch, Hearthstone. Those are like the main games I play. I don't play any different games. It's like really all I have time for, because I like to really get into the game so I'm interested in. Like, I don't like to just play 20 minutes on one game and switch to another. But yeah.
Nice. That's how you answer the question. How you doing?
That's, yep, yeah. I'm just gonna ramble here, guys. I don't want to just give, like, one-word responses. I feel like that'd be kind of boring, but
No,
I'll try not to spend too much time, because otherwise we'll be here all day.
Next one is by JT and Kennedy. Ice is nice. Do you know when Breath of the Wild 2 is coming out?
I have no idea when Breath of the Wild 2 is coming out. My guess is as good as yours. I think Ace can actually attest to this. Like, I actually was until recent. I was not up to date with Nintendo news at all. I didn't even know that we were getting the February Direct until like 2 days before, when Ace texted me saying, "Hey, are you gonna do something for this?" And no, I was not ready. But so I have no idea when Breath of the Wild 2. I also wasn't even paying attention to any new Zelda stuff until last February or March, when I got my Switch and got interested in Breath of the Wild. That's when I saw the Breath of the Wild 2 trailer. Oh hey, this is the I Am the Error guy. This guy's good for the memes. But I think Mario's Direct last year was it in June? May or June? Yeah, because I think the Paper Mario Origami King came out in July, so I think there was maybe a 1 or 2 month gap between that. So I would expect we'll get some kind of Zelda 35th Anniversary Direct, and the fact that they didn't even mention Zelda's 35th Anniversary in that February Direct is pretty suspicious. Like, Nintendo has something planned. I have confidence in that. Like, I do wish they would have at least made like a happy 35th anniversary Zelda post or something on like their socials, but I need a torch. What the heck? Yeah. Overall, I don't know when Breath of the Wild 2 is going to come out, but I do have my guesses on when we're going to have news. I'm just not much of a speculator. I try to leave that for the dedicated people who actually like closely follow what's going on, because otherwise I'd just be another guy rambling. If you guys, I'm sure some people would like me to do it, but I can't promise that my content would necessarily be like very good if I tried doing speculation about release dates, because I just don't know. I'm much more interested just in focusing on lore and theories and such. But okay, bad bat. Aha. Assuming these are Octoroks shooting at me, yeah. Well, these Octoroks look like alien parasites. Those things are creepy looking. Hey, I found something. I don't know what this thing does. Oh. Well, I died. Okay. Guys, I might need help. I think when I first played this in the first 10 minutes, I did find a torch. Or, sorry, I think it's actually a candle. I don't remember where I got it, though. I'm looking for it, though. I'm looking for it. Here's another cave. Can I do anything here?
Go south.
Go south. Okay, got it. Go south. Well, this is south for this ferry. Come back here. There we go. So then, I'm assuming it. Oh my gosh. Are these supposed to be chews? I think these are supposed to be chews. They look like chews. But no, since this is Zelda 2 after all, they're probably called something else. Man, I just lost my beam attack. Sad day. Aha! Got it. So I already came this way though. Okay. So I'll let you just go ahead and pass something else on while I search for this. I'm pretty sure I was told I'm not supposed to go through there without the candle.
Yeah, want me to read you your next question?
Yeah, sure.
Wait, I have to find it.
Okay.
Carlos asked, what is your favorite Zelda game of all time? So.
Oh yeah, I think I already kind of touched up on that with one of the first questions, but yeah, mainly Skyward Sword was. It's hard for me to like. I'm not let go as Skyward Sword is my favorite. Like I do love Skyward Sword, and it's tied with Twilight Princess in my opinion. Because I love them for very different reasons. I think Skyward Sword has the best storytelling, and which is one of the things I value most in Zelda games actually. Because like I said, I'm a lore guru. And the storytelling was amazing in Skyward Sword, even though, like, I understand, like, some people's complaints about it. And, like, there's some things that also just don't make sense. But I love how much lore Skyward Sword actually did introduce, because Hylia wasn't even much... I think the name Hylia existed, like, there was references to Lake Hylia, but they didn't... There was never actually any developed lore or mythology about Hylia until Skyward Sword came out. I think Twilight Princess hinted at some of it, but besides that, no, Hylia was just a name basically. There wasn't really any background to it, but I think Skyward Sword did a great job of bringing that to life. And Twilight Princess, I love the combat mechanics, like fighting the bosses of Twilight Princess. They just feel epic, and the hidden skills with the hero shade, it's really cool. I still don't know. Oh wait, sorry guys. Someone told me to go south. I should go south.
Yeah, you probably have to find a candle first.
Okay, well,
Someone said south of the castle, if that helps.
South of the castle. Let's cut through here. I don't wanna... I guess I can level up if someone touches me. There we go. Going somewhere here. I don't know where. I'm about to get another level up. Just 10 XP away. Okay, 4 away. I guess I do go through here. I mean, that's south of the castle.
Yeah, but you probably need to get a candle first.
Yeah, I mean, maybe the candle's in a cave. I'd probably have to go through... Wait, hang on, there's these guys here. Hey! I don't have anything I can use magic for yet, but... Magic! That's all I have. When I level up, can I hold on to the XP in case I want to save it for something else? Or do I have to go, like, hearts upgrades? Oh, that's right! Sorry guys, I remember, I've played through the first palace before too. And the first palace is, is northeast, right?
Yeah, there's a candle there.
Yeah. Do I still get to keep the... Hang on, how do I pause? Wait. There we go, okay. So it's somewhere through here. I think it's just over by the beach again. And there we go. I can kind of see it. Ah, dang it. I can kind of see your outline. There we go. Man, this game is definitely different. Zelda's come a long way since this one came out. Like, the overworld is even... I don't know what made Nintendo decide to, like, transition from the Zelda 1 style. Because this kind of reminds me of, like, a Mario game, but with a leprechaun and a sword. I've seen, like,
what do you think?
Oh, sorry, what?
I was gonna ask the next question.
Okay, go for it, go for it.
I mean, it kind of fits with how you're playing right now.
Okay.
What do you think is the easiest and the hardest Zelda game?
The hardest Zelda game? I think think actually Link's Awakening has probably been the easiest one I've played. I think Skyward Sword's also pretty easy. When I'm not playing in Master Mode, like Skyward Sword, I'd never even like worry about hearts. It was like I never really had much of a problem with the motion controls. But yeah, hearts are not a problem, are never a problem for me in Skyward Sword, and I'm not very good with other games' mechanics. Majora's Mask though, Majora's Mask in terms of like dungeons, and even just some of the enemies, like the Dark Nut, or I think they're Iron Knuckles in Majora's Mask. But man, Great Bay Temple, that I will never forget that. Like Majora's Mask dungeons, I think even Snow Peak was pretty challenging. I already got that. Was pretty challenging. So I think Majora's Mask is probably the hardest 3D game in my opinion. I've beaten all the 3D games now, so I'm happy. I'm proud to say that. I'm still working my way through the 2D ones. I think the only ones now that I've beaten Link's Awakening and Phantom Hourglass. I think I just have to beat the 2 Oracle games and this game. I've played Zelda 1 a couple times. I've gotten to Ganon's castle, or whatever the final dungeon is in Zelda 1. I haven't beaten it though, because it's been years since I've even played Zelda 1. But yeah, so I think it's just these 3 left in the main timeline games. I haven't played the Hyrule Warriors yet, sadly. I want to, even though the Dynasty Warriors gameplay isn't my favorite, but I got Age of Calamity just because it was Breath of the Wild style. I've had a couple people ask me if I'm gonna do content over the CDI games. I'm like, part of me wants to, because just for the memes basically, but I don't know if I have the strength to play those games. Okay, so I think that answered it, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
For sure.
I'm already getting the scary sound effects again.
Can you speak any other language besides English?
No, I can't. I mean, in high school I took just like Spanish. I started off in German class, but I changed in the first week because that teacher. I wasn't gonna have a full year with that teacher. Because I don't know. When I was in high school, I really wanted to learn German because I thought everything would sound like a threat, kind of like Russian. But I don't know. I just ended up taking Spanish instead. Didn't really like learn it's American high school Spanish class. Like the classes were kind of a joke. I mean, I got an A in the class, but still didn't learn anything, you know. But Ace knows I've been trying to do a little bit of Duolingo for German, but no, I can't. I'm still trying to learn the basics. I can't speak any other language at the moment. I'd like to.
You're doing fine.
Well, even so, I'll like Duolingo is like good to like learn the basics, but you're not gonna you're not gonna be able to become fluent or speak a language well just from doing the online learning stuff.
That's true.
Heck, even Duolingo has had a couple of contradictions from like stuff you tell me, Ace. So, but I guess you do like more Swiss German instead of native German, right?
Depends on where I am.
That's true. You're all over the place.
That's true, yeah. But honestly, probably more German than Swiss.
These shoes just knocked me out of the... Okay. Alright, so I think...
When's your birthday?
9/11. Yay! Happy day, right? Oh. But yeah, so 9/11, so I am 20 currently, so... my birthday is 9/11/2000, so not the same year, guys, but yeah, it's always interesting to get people's reactions when I tell them that. No! That guy throws way too many things way too fast. Do I have to start from the beginning? Is that my last life? No! At least I gotta keep the 2 levels. I still didn't get the candle yet. I guess I can try leveling up a little bit. We got anything else at the moment?
I'm reading through the chat right now.
Okay.
What is your favorite Zelda boss?
My favorite Zelda boss? Ooh, that is a tough one, actually. I don't want to be that one guy that just only considers the final bosses, but one of the bosses that first comes to mind is just Ganondorf from Twilight Princess. I love the Ganondorf boss fight, just because there's 4 different stages, and each of them are... I guess the one where he possesses Zelda, and you just do like the dead man's volley, or the ping pong, whatever you want to call it. That's kind of repetitive, but Dark Beast Ganon in that game, the horseback riding, and just the final sword fight duel, that I love it. It's super dramatic, feels intense, a lot of fun to play, especially with the hidden skills in Twilight Princess. I love those. I'm trying to think if there's like another like non-final boss one that comes directly to mind. I mean, there's plenty of... I enjoy a lot of Zelda bosses, like, don't get me wrong, it's hard to pick a favorite. Anything here. Trying to go through there. All I know is nothing's from Breath of the Wild. I have complaints, like, Breath of the Wild was kind of disappointing in terms of, like, bosses, but I guess doing an open world, I can kind of understand why. 2D games. I really liked Mothra from A Link to the Past. I think that one was like a very unique boss, and it was like it was fairly challenging. I don't think I actually didn't die. I barely didn't die. I beat it first try somehow. So when I first played A Link to the Past, I died. I beat the game with I think 53 total game overs. I think like at least 10 of those were from the very beginning of the game. I was terrible at A Link to the Past, but I somehow beat Mothra first try. But Mothra was like really cool with the moving floors, everything, all the spikes shooting at you. It was just a really cool, and you had to focus a lot for that, and I don't know, Mothra just stood out to me. It was a very unique boss. So I'd probably have to go with like Mothra as my favorite 2D Zelda boss. What are the point of these enemies? Like what are these even called? I don't think these appear in any other game. At least they look far different, but these are just annoying. They just pop up at least they don't do much damage. Oh crap, this guy again. Crouch mode activated. Okay, I need to back up here. Wait, can I do that? Yes, I can. Okay. And that was hardcore. We got anything else going on?
Yeah, I don't know if you want to answer this, but someone is asking why you love NebulAce so much.
What? That's an interesting question. Because she's
Go
awesome.
ahead. Tell them.
Do I need to say anything else? Because she's awesome?
Yeah, I would like to hear more.
Of course you would. I mean, nope, that's all I'm gonna say, guys. She's cool. And plus, I mean, when I reached out to her, back in, I think, when was it, Ace? When did I first contact you? Because I'm pretty sure it was November
like
when
November?
I first found your
Yeah.
Instagram page with your all your artwork. And then I remember when you had posted like your new YouTube channel banner or something. Oh, this guy again. I'm gonna wait. So you posted like your channel banner, and I think you asked like a question on like if people would be interested if you posted like other non-Zelda stuff on your channel, or I think maybe your Instagram page as well. So I think I just left feedback on that I basically just was listening to a bunch of vidIQ content at the time, so I just regurgitated some of that to you. I think, and then you gave since you replied to everything, you replied to me, and I was currently working on my Link's Loves, the Breath of the Wild Link's Loves at the time. And I realized, like, hey, you have a, I looked up, finally found your YouTube channel. I didn't watch the videos yet, but I saw that you had a very popular video about, like, Link and Zelda dating Breath of the Wild, and that video did really well. So it's like, hey, we could possibly do a collaboration. But by that point, I think by the time you got out to me, I had already started working on my Link's Loves one. And it was going to be a very, very long video, as you guys know. It was an hour long. It took me a little over a month to make that. So doing that for my first collaboration ever would have just been a mess. But, hey, you know, I'd still have to do a collaboration about something like that, maybe a Breath of the Wild Link's Loves. I think, Ace, I think we talked about this, I mentioned this to you before, but one thing we could do is kind of like a versus style video, or like a, kind of like a shipping debate video, like a Mipha versus Zelda. Because I mean, a lot of people know, like, I love Zelda and Breath of the Wild too, but I also am torn, but I love Mipha as well. So I could easily take, I'm pretty sure I could defend Mipha in a video, since Ace, I think you would definitely be qualified for the Zelda position, so, yeah. But I think that'd be a really cool video to make. I don't know, what do you guys think? Like me and Ace, so basically we have a debate video. I think the editing would be a little bit tricky on that. I remember, like, years ago I watched a Game Theory one. Maybe it was maybe they started a series, but they kind of did little game theory debates. They had really cool editing, but like I don't think I could pull anything off as complicated. Maybe Ace might. Ace, you're the you're the one who does that kind of stuff a little bit better than me. So.
Thank you.
Well, you have a lot of experience with that. I trust you a lot more on that job than I do me. Because if I didn't have trouble with like my visuals, like I know a lot of people who have been following me for a while. When I did like my 1K video, I announced like ever since the beginning of the channel I wanted. Oh crap! What is this thing? I wanted to start something called like a Zelda kind of trivia game show type thing. I just had no idea how I would actually do the visuals for it.
Sounds very cool.
Oh, okay. Dang it, I was so close, guys. Wait, is this the same room? Do I have to refight that? No, I don't. Okay, thank goodness. These games are hard.
He said jump stab.
Aha! Thanks for the tip. I guess its head's vulnerable, yeah. No, I don't have a key! Sad day, guys, sad day.
What do you think is the saddest thing in a Zelda game?
Aww. If I could right now, guys, okay, so quickly, a couple months ago, I had the idea to make a top, maybe, who knows, maybe top 30 saddest Zelda moments, because I couldn't pick out anything, where I would just briefly go over pretty much all the sad moments of Zelda and rank them. It's really hard. I had the list of, I think, 35 to 40 different moments from all the 2D games I had played at the time. Man, it's hard to pick because almost every game has, to some degree, emotional moments. Like, there's stuff with Marin, because I just made that Marin Link's Loves, like, so that comes to mind. Majora's Mask, there's Cafe Anju, like, everything. Majora's Mask is just, oh, so deep, so good. Cafe Anju side quests, Cremia and Romani. But the one that always gets, like, no matter what always gets me whenever I watch the cutscene is that 10-minute long one or something where just Zelda is talking, or Zelda or Hylia is talking in Skyward Sword after you get the 3 Sacred Flames and go through the Gate of Time. People have played the game know what I'm talking about, but at the very end, like when she steals herself away to maintain the seal on demise, yeah, it's just like when she says the lines like, "Ever since we were kids, I'd always be the one to wake you up. So this time, can I ask, will you wake me up?" And then she says like, "Oh, like I'll still be your Zelda." Like, oh, that moment's so good. Like, I always get emotional during that moment. I'm getting emotional just talking about it. I love that moment. Like, Skyward Sword gets me emotional. But, so I still need to find that key.
What is your favorite Zelda combat?
My favorite Zelda combat?
Yes.
Just like like which game has the best combat? Because I think I already said that like Twilight Princess I think has the best combat, but so I'm just gonna go with Twilight Princess because like heck I don't know why Breath of the Wild couldn't have cool combat like Twilight Princess did. It wouldn't have been that hard to implement, at least in my opinion. But I love the helm splitter in Twilight Princess. So you do the shield bash, and then it's just a stun like an armored enemy. Then you jump up into the air, flip over him, and slash him in the head with your sword. And then if that doesn't kill him, you're behind them, and they're super vulnerable. And it does a lot of damage anyways, and they're vulnerable, so you can easily just do a backslash after that. Another one is just my favorite mortal draw. I would use that to fight the Dark Nuts all the time. So you just stand there. Just put your sword away, kind of just stand there, wait for them to approach you right before they attack. You just press A in perfect timing, and then you just quickly pull out your sword and just do a ton of damage. Like, the mortal draw will kill most normal enemies. I think it takes a couple of hits with that just to break the Dark Nuts armor, because Dark Nuts are terrifying in Twilight Princess. Ooh, XP.
Here's an interesting question for you. If Nintendo put you in charge of designing the next Zelda game, what would you do? For bonus points, you can pretend it's going to be a top-down 2D adventure.
Oh, that's a hard question. Because, like, I would never want to be in charge of directing a full Zelda. That just seems so stressful, because there's a lot of factors that would... Because there's a lot of things that I would like to see, but actually trying to make it happen well would get tricky real fast. Ooh. Hey, fair. I'm not going to use that yet. So... there's probably a lot of things, but the first thing that comes to my head is... When I first played Spirit Tracks as a kid, one thing that stuck out to me... One thing that stuck out to me was how you can never play through after you beat the boss, you always go back to the save right before you beat the boss. Oh. Dang it. I should just ran away there. But, yeah, I hated how, like, in Spirit Tracks, like, after you beat Maladus, who's the final boss of that game, you just go right back. You just go back right into your train right before you enter the Dark Realm in that game. And ever since I've always wanted to play through like a Zelda game, just like see how the story will play out. Especially when I got Skyward Sword, which is the second Zelda game I ever had. Like I really wanted to know like what did Link and Zelda do afterwards? Like it's pretty strongly implied that they built the Kingdom of Hyrule together, because I don't know, I just think that's what happens. But I would love to see like what they do. Like, do they just go exploring together? Do they start a village that just becomes a kingdom? What happens? So I don't know. That's just something I've always wanted to see. So I think Breath of the Wild could have had potential to do something like that too. So I'd consider like maybe kind of making like almost a small secondary game, and just where you could at least add some extra character interactions after you beat the game instead of just going back as if you never beat the game. But the 2D one, So I think what I'd like to see more in like a 2D Zelda game is try to bring like try to implement more of the modern lore. That's kind of my thing. So a lot of the 2D games, at least in my opinion, they're just kind of outdated. Because Zelda lore has changed a lot over time. I think a lot of it's retconned too. Like we've just got to admit it. A lot of it has been retconned. I just can't accept. I don't think when they created like Zelda 1 and 2 that they had plans for like the goddess Hylia, for example, like, that was later introduced in Skyward Sword. I think they kind of just develop as they go, which does explain why which would make sense why there's some minor plot holes. But I would love to see like just more references to some of like the 3D Zelda games, or maybe make a 2D Zelda game of the events after Skyward Sword, or Ocarina of Time, Twilight Princess, something like that. The continuity between Skyward Sword and Twilight Princess is something I would love to see more of. And I think we could bring you... I think Minish Cap did a very good job of having interesting combat mechanics with like the scrolls. So, like there's the Great Spin Attack where I think that's the final skill you can get where you just spin around. There's just a lot of really cool... I think Capcom did a good job and was pretty clever on how they introduced the sword mechanics into Minish Cap. I'd love to see more of that in 2D Zelda games. So I'd make sure if I had to make sure there was something in a 2D Zelda, I'd probably say lore and still cool sword play. Yeah, that's fine.
Want to go to the next one?
No, I think we're we're calling here, guys. End of live stream. Just okay. I'm kidding. Not yet. Hey, dang! It's actually been an hour already. Jeez, this has gone by fast. I was only planning on keeping it to an hour, so bad time to make a joke. But I guess Ace, if you're okay, I'll keep going. Cause like there's no way I can keep up with these on my own, but I don't want to I know you've got to go at some point, Ace. So I don't want to be on for too long. Do you think we can do like another 20 minutes though?
Yeah, let's read a couple more.
Okay, couple more. Okay, guys. I'll try to go shorter, so maybe we can fit in a few more. But
I could give you a really hard challenge.
What?
I could give you a really hard challenge for you.
What's that?
If you can answer the next question with one word, I don't know, you'll get something.
Okay. Gimme.
What is your favorite Zelda ship?
No. Do I win? Guys, do I win? Do I win something? My favorite... in all seriousness, my favorite Zelda ship. Skyward Sword Z-Link, just because that has the most nostalgic value to me. But I know, like, that's almost not a ship. That's practically canon. I don't know if there's anyone who's played Skyward Sword that it says would have a better match for that Link. Like, even if they don't. Okay, we don't know for sure that they got together, but there's no one else in the game that I think even competes with Zelda from Skyward Sword. So I think that one's kind of a given. But other than that, I'd say Malon from Ocarina of Time. Your boy Groose. Oh, I love Groose. Someone I can't remember who it was, but someone suggested making a bromance video for the Link's Loves at one point. I'm gonna try to go through the normal Link's Loves, but overall I'll let you guys do the voting on that. But yeah, someone suggested bromance, and that seems good. Groose will definitely be on the bromance list. Cause Groose and Link hated each other. Oh crap, died again. There's no way they would. But yeah, I think Groose and Link. I think they became really good friends, like the Groosinator. But yeah, that would never happen. Groose, Groose is obviously sure. We know Groose is obsessed with Zelda, so. But yeah, Malin would definitely be my I guess debatable ship. Oh, come on! I already lost my soybean. We got another one.
Yeah, let me find the next one. King Kong.
Oh, come on! I got damaged by that shoot. Ugh. Why am I so bad at this?
Did you hear my question?
No, I didn't. Sorry, I was too busy complaining.
King Kong or Godzilla?
King Kong or Godzilla? Godzilla. Sorry, not Godzilla. King Kong, cause monkey. Always gotta get. If there's a monkey, always gotta go for monkey. How am I supposed to even get through to the? I took this guy on once. I can do it again.
And do you play any instruments?
I play piano. I did percussion through middle school and my freshman year of high school, but at least in Texas, band is a lifestyle if you're in high school. Like it is strict. It's like it's going into the military basically here in Texas. So I just quit band because I was much more academic. I didn't want to spend too much time on something I know wasn't going to give me any kind of professional benefit. Wait, what was that little red bottle I got? Is that like life or something? Yeah, it was life. That was cool. I guess I didn't answer. I said I did percussion, but more specifically, like when I was in marching band, I did like the front ensemble or like pit. So like that's like xylophones, marimbas, that kind of stuff. So I was pretty decent at marimba compared to like a lot of the other people in drumline, just because I have no sense of rhythm. I was a terrible drummer. I did a lot more of the keyboard stuff, which just came to me naturally since I had done piano lessons with my uncle since I was 5 years old. I took those through high school, which I'm not like great. I'm not naturally musically talented. It's just I played piano for a long time, and I haven't practiced much lately since my sustain pedal isn't really. It's acting up. It sometimes works, it sometimes doesn't. So I haven't been. It's just not enjoyable for me to practice right now with the screwed up sustain pedal. I'm gonna die again, guys. Dang it! He did the low stab. Guys, I will beat this dungeon before the live stream ends. Like that, I need to beat this dungeon.
This is going to be a very long live stream then.
Shut up, Ace. Oh my gosh, how do I beat this guy? Can I use the elevator to my advantage? I don't trust myself with that. I don't have the skill for that. People tell me to jump and hit the head, but I'm having a really hard time jumping and hitting the head. At least getting the timing right on that without getting hit. I did it! I'm almost dead. Do I get more life back after I level up? Do I? No, I don't. Okay. Is there a fairy back? No! I'm gonna die. Dang it. There's no way I'm gonna go through and beat the boss without it.
Let me ask the next one.
Okay.
If you could make a 2-game crossover between the Zelda franchise and any other game, which would you merge?
Any other franchise? Probably Pokemon. Pokemon would be really cool to integrate into this. I've seen a lot of artwork on like Instagram and such, just browsing of like Pokemon and mixed in with like in Hyrule. It looks really cool, and plus with the I haven't bought a Pokemon game I think since 2012. Whenever Black and White 2 came out, so I haven't played Pokemon game I think since 2012. But Pokemon was my childhood. Before I was ever really into Zelda. I guess I had Spirit Tracks, but I was still then much more into Pokemon. But I've been waiting for the Diamond and Pearl remakes since 2012, before I bought any other Pokemon game. So I'm super excited, and the new Pokemon Legends Arceus that looks like Breath of the Wild, just add Pokemon in. I think it'd be cool to do that vice versa. Take a 2D Zelda game and add in 2D Pokemon, instead of basically taking Breath of the Wild or a 3D Zelda game and adding in Pokemon. So I think it would be really cool to see. Let's go Skyward Sword. I guess sorry, it was a 2D. I guess maybe a 2D version of Skyward Sword, since you could go into the sky. Add in maybe some flying type Pokemon to that. Because you go both into the sky and the lowers, and maybe you can have like one of the flying legendaries, like maybe the legendary birds or Rayquaza or something like that, show up in the sky. Maybe that could work. But if we had to go with a pre-existing 2D game, Minish Cap, because Minish Cap also goes into the sky, and you know, people who have played Minish Cap, I think there's the Palace of Winds, I think. Or wherever the one is up in the sky, and then you're fighting like this, like a manta ray or something up in... I don't know how to describe the boss, but it's a really epic boss fight for a 2D game, and the graphics are amazing. Like, you really felt like you were flying, which is awesome for a Game Boy game. But, yeah, man, if I could remake Skyward Sword in 2D art style, I would say that, plus Pokemon, or if not, just Minish Cap plus Pokemon.
This is actually perfect for the next question. Is Skyward Sword your all-time favorite game?
Yes. Well, like I said, it's tied with Twilight Princess, but if someone if you're just asking the question, like, yeah, Skyward Sword.
But even outside of Zelda?
Oh, not just Zelda?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. I think I said this, but I don't play that many other games. Like, I have some, like... So I mainly just have Nintendo consoles, because that's all I ever grew up with. And it's hard for me to, like, find the time nowadays to play games, and I'm the type of person, I like to sit down and play I like to get into a game, like, immerse myself into a game I'm playing, so I don't try that many. Like, I do like RTSs, but I don't know why I just couldn't get into StarCraft, plus it's very time consuming to play StarCraft. I'm interested in playing it, I just haven't been able to. But yeah, I don't really have too many options though, besides like Zelda, and like I guess I play Overwatch and Hearthstone, but those are much more casual. I really like Overwatch. That's my main first-person shooter. I've played COD, and I played COD. I don't know which one actually, just on some friend's Xbox, and I'm awful at it. Why can't I kill this guy? There we go. But yeah. Like, Overwatch is definitely, like, just the main, like, PC game I play, or competitive game I play. Why can't I... Heal me! Heal me! Guys, is it broken? Or is it just me?
It's always you.
I know. Way to make my self-esteem go up, Ace. Always the wind beneath my wings.
That's what I'm here for.
No! This guy's gonna bully me again. Hey, I haven't taken a hit yet. Oh, okay, I jinxed it.
I think someone said earlier the timing only works if you move while you do it.
If I move while I do it?
Yeah.
Like, move forwards or backwards? Alright, I guess I
don't know.
Forwards. Okay, I got this. I'm gonna die during the boss. If I can get to the boss at least, I'll be happy. The first, I tried playing this for about 10-15 minutes last summer. I got to the boss, I think I beat it, but then I went to spend time with family again, and I didn't touch it since. So, I wanna crouch. There we go. Is that life? That's magic. That just gives me magic. I can't use magic.
HD Gamer said, "Hey dude, just finished watching your new video. Amazing stuff."
Thanks, dude. Glad you like it. Like that, every video I make, I swear, it gets longer and like maybe it started off just taking me, when I first just started slapping cutscenes together for my first videos, when I started the channel, it was just maybe an hour per minute of video, which wasn't bad, but now it could be 2 to 3 hours per minute of video, and it's getting rough. That's including also overlaying the soundtrack, and me being slightly ADHD, like, I'll start listening to, trying to pick out a song to use at a certain time, and I'll just spend 30 minutes listening to Zelda music. So that also, that's just how I work. But there we go. Oh yeah, this is where I died last time. Wait, no, I killed this guy, right? Did I kill this guy last time? Or is this the third one? I don't even know. This is probably the third one. I never know how, like, when exactly I need to approach. There we go. No, no, no. I did it. Are you kidding? No, guys, I quit. I quit. I'm gonna die. Yeah, this ain't gonna work.
What do you think is the worst Zelda boss?
The worst Zelda boss. Or, like the hard, or like just the most boring, or
just the worst. Someone that you can't stand.
Something I can't stand. Calamity Ganon. Because like, it's just a boring boss. Like, it's just a really boring boss in my opinion. Like, all the Blight Ganons are very similar to each other, with the exception of, I guess Thunderblight. Thunderblight was different, where you have to use the Magnesis and use his lightning against him. But besides that, it was mainly just like the environments of the other game. There wasn't that much variation between the other Ganons in that game, but another one I can't stand for very different reasons is Morpheal from Twilight Princess. Just because I am terrified of like vast open spaces, like outer space, being submerged in the ocean, or I guess even not being submerged, just if I were to be drifting out in the ocean, like that terrifies me. So the fact you have to swim or just sink down to the bottom of this huge basin of water, that alone freaks me out. And knowing that there's going to be something swimming in there with you, that really disturbs me. And yeah, I hate, I don't know, it gives me, like, I get goosebumps. Like, it's not even like, I don't know, I just hate the feel of like knowing I have to like look around in this giant basin of water and knowing there's a giant eel just swimming around in there with me. Like, it could be right behind me for all I know. If I turn around, it could be right there, and I'd probably like jump up or get startled or something, just because like I'm on edge whenever I'm just in like vast and wide open areas of space. Like, I guess it's just the opposite of claustrophobia. I'm trying to remember the name of it. No, I think I'm thinking of the fear of heights is the word I'm looking for, but that's not important. Hey, is this the boss? This is the boss. Yeah, there's the health bar. Oh crap. Okay, this guy hurts. There we go. Woo. Can I do it, guys?
No.
No! Oh crap, I'm one hit away then. Ugh! Hey guys, I forgot there's this little thing called Rewind mode there on the Switch, but I'm not McCheatster. Okay, we got another one. I guess I'll get distracted trying to answer a question while fighting this guy.
What is your recommended game for people who are new to Zelda?
Who are new to Zelda? Well, I might be biased, but like I have to go with Skyward Sword. If like you're just starting the franchise, I think it'd be really cool if you're a new Zelda fan and have the option to pick any game. Skyward Sword, just since it's the first one in the timeline. There's a lot of lore you can learn from it. Oh, crap. But yeah, I think Skyward Sword, if you can look past, like... I think if it's your first Zelda game, you also won't notice as many of its, like, its flaws, if you'll say. Because other Zelda games do some mechanics better, and have, like, better much better overworld exploration than Skyward Sword. Skyward Sword had a lot of potential with exploring the sky, in my opinion. It was actually really small and just wasn't much in it. But I think some of those flaws, like if you play Skyward Sword and it's your first Zelda game, it'll be magical for you. Like it was my first 3D Zelda game and my second Zelda game ever. And I had vague memories of playing Spirit Tracks by the time I was in 8th grade when I got into Skyward Sword. I remember playing the game, but it had been few years since I touched it. So Skyward Sword is essentially it's my second, but also my first Zelda game in that it got me into the series. So I think I have a little bit more nostalgic value with Skyward Sword than I do Spirit Tracks, but now looking back on Spirit Tracks, I love it a lot. Still, it's not the same because I think it's harder to immerse yourself into a 2D Zelda game than it is a 3D. But Skyward Sword would be a great start if you're able to. Okay, I did the first dungeon, guys. It only took me 1 hour and 18 minutes. And I got a shiny rock. Yay.
Congrats.
Yay! And level up. Okay, it's still full. I kind of don't like this leveling system, how you level up and I can only get to pick, there's only one option I can pick because they go up like that. But I mean, hey, I need more hearts, so I'll take it. Okay, well, I got the... So do we have more questions?
No. There were some very few repetitive ones, but you answered all of them.
Okay.
I think.
By the way, does anyone know how I save? I don't even know how to save this game, or I don't know how to pause the game either. The Y button doesn't do anything on here. So I'm looking at the chat right now. I forgot the item. What item did I forget? No. Do I have to go back through and get? What item? I thought I was in the back wall. What? Okay, I guess I forgot the item.
Here's one more question.
Okay.
Is it possible that you open a post box so fans can send you gifts?
Sorry, a post box? Is that what you said?
Yeah, like a mailbox where
Yeah,
people can send you stuff.
I guess I never really considered that. Like, I didn't know like that was a thing people did. But if I guess I can. Sure, I guess I can set one up. I'd have to go down to the post office. You know, with COVID, I don't know like how that works. I'm assuming that they're still open, but it'd probably be a pain. I'll go see and like what I can do to open one up right now because most of the time the actual post office is closed. But I mean Texas is opening up real fast right now, so woo. So it shouldn't be a problem. So I'll look into that and see what I can do and get back to you on that. But yeah, I mean, I usually don't like to take things like for free. I do have like the channel membership. So if you've seen the join button, that's essentially like Patreon through YouTube. So I have a few members like Oni Majora right there, commenting a lot. So if you guys see Oni, there's the red rupee. So that's just like one of the badges you get for a channel membership. So I made a video kind of explaining those back in January, but obviously it's just dedicated to that, so no, not many people are going to watch it. But so how that works is just you'll start off if you become a member, you'll get the green rupee. It becomes blue after a month, red after 2 months. I think after 6 months it goes to purple. Then I think it's orange gold, I think, for 6 months in a year, something like that. But so that's just one of the perks. You can go through and, like, I'm not going to name it, just start advertising that right now, but you can just look at the join button, and there's, like, some other perks. Like, I think the lowest one mainly just gets your name at the, like, it gives you a thank you at the end of the videos. It gives you, like, those small perks, like the emojis, like the badges, that kind of stuff. But then there's also, I think, the second tier, which is the one I think most people would be interested in, is every 2 months I will be giving, like, community video requests. So all people that have that perk will be able to submit video topics and be able to, and then I'll let you guys, like, vote. I'll pick out some, like, the most dominant, or in case the most liked topics that you guys discuss, like, over in the community tab. There'll be, like, member-only posts, so only you guys with that rank can see it. And then you'll go through and then we'll go through and we'll vote on, like, on a video. And like I said, I'll do that every 2 months. So I only have a few at the moment. So the Spirit Tracks one I actually just posted this morning. That was my very first community requested video. So I only have, that was just requested by 2, so it really wasn't much of a vote. In fact, that I don't know. I don't think they'd mind if I say their names, like, so after all I do share them. So I guess it's just John, and I guess his username's Wolffius, so I'll call him Wolffius. But they're friends, so they just decided they would like a Spirit Tracks video, and I had no problem with that. I love Spirit Tracks. I have been meaning to make a video on it for quite a while, so but as I started making, I had no idea what I was going to do. But that's one of the perks of that second rank. You can go and check everything else out if you'd like it. But that's, if you're interested in supporting, like, that's what I have at the moment. PO box. I'll see if I can open one up and share it. It's just, like, a matter of, like, I just need to make sure it's, like, it's private, of course. Like, I don't think sharing a PO box would really risk any of my personal information. But yeah, I'll look into that. I think that should be fine. If I do, I'll just announce it that I've posted it in, like, the community tab, so you can look there at some point. And I think I'll maybe just leave it in the about tab of the channel. But yeah. But thanks for even considering sending something, though. Like, I appreciate it. I never thought someone would even offer that. Okay, so what else we got?
Link asked, he said, I have a question for you, my lady Ace. If you were to become an enemy besides the Calamity, which one would you be?
Oh, is that for me or you? He said my lady Ace.
It's for both of us.
Can you read the question? Like, I kind of couldn't hear you because I was too busy fighting when you were reading that.
I have a question for you and my lady Ace. If you were to become any enemy besides the Calamity, which one would you be?
It's an interesting one. I'll wait for you to go first.
I have mine.
Okay, go for it.
I think Bellum is such a great enemy that's underrated.
Oh, we got a Phantom Hourglass girl.
Yeah,
because that Phantom Hourglass is the only other Zelda game you've played so far, besides Breath of the Wild.
That's not true. That's not true.
That's not true? What are the ones
I played other ones when I was little, but I don't remember them.
Oh, okay. I only remember you telling me Phantom Hourglass was the only one.
It's the first I remember. Yeah.
Okay. For mine, I don't know. I think being a Wizrobe would be really cool. Because Wizrobes... Oh no! That thing was chasing me. At least I think I got the candle, right? I got it, so... What else we got? I know it's getting kind of late for you.
Yeah, I'm only seeing one more right now. actually 2, just now. But which Zelda games haven't you played?
I haven't played the 2 Oracle series yet. I got my brother and my sister each got me Oracle of Ages and Seasons. So I think it's just the Oracle series and this Zelda 2. I think these are the main ones I haven't beaten. I almost beat the original Legend of Zelda. I've played it a couple times, but I've never beaten the final boss, you know? So I guess that's 4. Yeah. Do we count Triforce Heroes? I never played Triforce Heroes because I don't have the 3DS. I did borrow my sister's to play Link Between Worlds, though. If you include Triforce Heroes, like, I was surprised to see they even made that canon, since it seems very odd for a Zelda game, I'm just saying. But if it's canon, it's canon. I guess I'll have to get to that at some point. Yeah, those are the games I haven't played. We might have to cut the questions off here soon.
Yeah, there's only one more.
Oh yeah, I also sent you the one. Oh wait, did we already do the one? I sent you through Discord. That was from the earlier post.
Yeah.
We did do that one? Okay.
No, we didn't.
Oh, we didn't do it. Okay.
Yeah, you want to answer that one from Discord first, or the one from YouTube?
Either one's fine.
Okay, I'll give you the Discord one.
Okay. I forgot what this was already. I just remember that it was there.
Did you ever have a middle school or high school girlfriend?
Oh yeah, okay, now I remember. I was like, ugh. Beforehand, I was like, oh, this is gonna be an awkward one. I'm like, I guess I could just say, yeah, I did. I didn't have middle school. I did have like a high school, and then after my freshman year, we were together for about 1.5 years, but it was long distance. If you have any high schoolers out there, I don't recommend doing a long distance high school relationship. It's complicated. It just makes things hard. How do I kill these guys? Yeah, I'm gonna fall back a little bit. But yeah, I guess that's all I say there. I wasn't paying attention when that guy killed me. Dang it.
Last one?
Okay, yeah, last one.
Which game do you like more, Twilight Princess or Wind Waker?
So I've kind of addressed which ones are my favorites and which is my least favorite, so... I think earlier on I said Wind Waker would have to definitely be my least favorite game, and Twilight Princess tied for my favorite, so definitely Twilight Princess over Wind Waker. I know that's going to trigger a lot of people. I think a lot of people love Twilight Princess too. So a lot of people, if I said Skyward, if I had to choose Skyward Sword over Wind Waker, I think that'll make a lot more people angry, but... but yeah, Twilight Princess, I love Twilight Princess. Like, a lot of people the main complaint with Twilight Princess here is just the overworld is kind of barren, which I agree with, but I don't really care. And it's too linear. Linearity is, I don't care. Having open worlds overrated. Honestly, I kind of had that complaint with Breath of the Wild. I kind of would have preferred more story. Dang it! I do not have the skills to take on all these boomerangs. He throws boomerangs way too fast. And how does he throw 2 of them? But yeah, that's the last one. Okay, I'm gonna read through these. HD game. Wind Waker HD is my favorite. With Breath of the Wild. Yes, I know, I get that a lot. I think in my 5K Q&A video, someone asked me like what my least favorite Zelda game was, and when I said Wind Waker then, like, I had a lot of comments on that video saying, they were heartbroken. Like, I'm sorry, like, it's not that Wind Waker is a bad game, it's just, it does have its flaws. I know every Zelda game has its flaws. And I know Skyward Sword's my favorite, that one I know has its fair share. It's just, I'm very biased in that, I'm aware. Also, it doesn't help that I was 19 when I first played Wind Waker. When I first beat Wind Waker. I attempted playing it 2 other times before that. I got it when I was, I think, 15 or 16 after I had got Skyward Sword and Twilight Princess. I got Wind Waker for the GameCube. I think I'd never got past the first section of the Forsaken Fortress both times. I tried to play it. I don't know why. Like, I figured out what to do, and I think I got towards the end, but I just didn't do anything afterwards, because, I don't know. Actually, that's not true. My second time I got to Dragon Roost Island, I didn't get to the dungeon, though. But yeah, I think that'll wrap it up. Like, I guess I'll let you guys watch me die to this one guy again? Maybe? Maybe? No, maybe? Just stab and hope he dies before I do? Woo! I already got, that's right, I already got the thing from back here. I don't even know what I'm doing. Well, I killed him, guys. Mission accomplished. But, how many people do we even have on here? And this is actually a decent crowd. This is actually a lot more than most streamers on Twitch, so I'm impressed. Like, thanks guys for showing up. I appreciate all the, support with the channel, like 10K subscribers. I never thought I would have actually hit this when I started 9 months ago. And fun fact, I used vidIQ's tool to pull up Zeltic's growth history. Right now, my channel has grown faster than Zeltic did in his first 9 months. To be fair, he kind of paved the way for Zelda theorists. Because back then there was like HMK, which I'm not personally that big of a fan of. There's Game Theory, which did that, but they didn't do a whole... They occasionally did Zelda, but they didn't focus on Zelda. So Zeltic really paved the way, but I still think it's awesome that my channel has more subscribers in the first 9 months than Zeltic did. I think a couple thousand more than Zeltic did in this time period. So that is awesome. I thank you guys so much for all the support. It's awesome that I can actually do this as it's a way to combine my hobby and also helping me pay for my college, because I did not have the time to be able to do both back then. So if I didn't have all of your guys' support, I would not be able to continue doing this while I was still in school. So thank you all so much for that. I'll go ahead and just read the chat here. So I guess I'll close out the questions. Wait, Whatnot? Oh my gosh. Is this my bro right here? Whatnot? I'm not gonna read your... Thanks, dude. It's awesome to see you here. If you're who I think you are, thank you. You can even send me a text and I'll... I guess I'll answer that right as soon as I end the stream here. Yep, it is. Okay. Thanks, dude. I'm glad you could come on. This is my first ever live stream, so this is kind of awkward for me. Like I said at the beginning, tried doing green screen, did not work out with my webcam and other stuff. Okay. So I guess I don't know how to formally close these things, but thanks for coming on. I'm gonna go ahead and stop the streaming right here. So thank you all guys, and I'll see you in the next video.